My most recent deployment was to Afghanistan, the city of Sangin, which is in Helmand province. Definitely my most toughest deployment. We took 29 killed in action and another upwards of 100 to 150 wounded in action while we were over there. I decided to go to headquarters of the service company with the operations section, and what they do is they kind of they control the battalion. If you think of the battalion as a body, we are the brain. My job with them was what's called the watch chief. The reports come in. We have certain report formats that we receive as far as what's the severity of the injuries. Depending on what they are, we'll say in this case, say like, they definitely need a medevac bird. First, we have to say, is the area safe to land a helicopter there? Is there enough area to land a helicopter there? Can we send a helicopter in without combat helicopter escorts? All these questions popping up. If they're under fire, we need to get air on station so we can see from above. We can try to see where the fire's coming from. We can drop ordnance on that location to neutralize the enemy. Then if you can't get helicopters or air on station, then you got to worry about getting another platoon or another squad from somebody else out there to provide support. And if they're coming from another direction, or is going to be a blue-on-blue incident, the fields of fire line up, then you got to deal with, checking in on the casualty again. Is he doing all right? All this stuff, it'll take me 5 minutes to describe it all to you now, but this is just happening. I mean, in 30 seconds, all this is happening. Decisions are being made. From the initial time that an IED or a gunfight happens and somebody gets injured, we like to get the reports up to higher and have the bird spinning in less than 2 minutes. From where we lived, we had two different airfields that could fly. One airfield had Army helicopters that had surgeons on board, but they required combat helicopter escorts. They could be there if the escorts were there within 10 minutes from anywhere in the city of Sangin. The other place, they were Marine pilots, no surgeons on board. They had nurses on board. Did not require escorts, but it took them about 13 to 14, 15 minutes. Then you got to make that call. Do we fly the Marines in here without the surgeons because they don't need escorts, or do we wait on escorts because we need the surgeon to fly in? If we can't get the bird in to the actual location, the point of injury where it happened, we'll have to get that person either by foot, medevac him out to a location that's safe to land a bird, or by vehicle. A lot of times they came to where we lived because we had the most medical staff there. We had our Navy corpsman there, as well as our battalion surgeon, as well as a shock trauma platoon. About 20 Navy personnel that were trained. Is pretty much, an operating room there. They didn't like to operate there because we didn't have enough supplies to do that. We almost always flew everybody out, but they could at least provide care to keep that individual alive that much longer. I was also a sergeant of the guard, and what that entails is we have guard posts all around where we live, and the sergeant of the guard kind of controls and maintains security around the base, conducting radio checks, making sure your guys got water and chow, enough ammunition, making sure they're staying awake, making sure post and relief goes on time. So I do that. After that 12-hour shift, I would do that 4 to 8 hours depending on the day after that, and then get some rest time. So as you can see, you got a 12-hour shift in the COC. You got 4 to 8 hours of Sergeant of the Guard, and then if you went on patrol, you're not getting but 2 hours of sleep that day.